Right, so Israel keeps telling the world it's winning. It's strong, it's stable, it's unbreakable, and meanwhile, more than a quarter of its own population is quietly checking flight prices and Googling residency visas. When 79,000 people leave in a single year, and the state can only tempt 46,000 back, you don't need a demographer to tell you what direction the country's heading in. You just need a calendar and a passport. Because this isn't the fringe doing the running, it's the secular core. The engineers, the doctors, the teachers, the people who keep the lights on. They're deciding they'd rather build a life somewhere that isn't permanently braced for its next catastrophe. And when the stabilizers are the first ones out the door, the wobble that follows shouldn't be much of a surprise. It's the bill coming due when all you're left with are the extremists. Right, so Israel is watching the people it relies on most quietly make plans to leave, and the state has created every condition pushing them out. You don't get 27% of a population telling pollsters they're considering emigration unless something has shifted at the level where people decide whether the place they live is still capable of giving them a future. I suppose it's at least good to know that for many of them, that they can always go back to where they actually came from, though, eh? You don't get a year where 79,000 people depart who never return and only 46,000 arrive unless the internal story people tell themselves about their country has very much broken down. A country can survive many things, but it cannot survive losing the population that believes its tomorrow is worth staying for. What makes this more than another political argument, though, is the composition of the people who are actually thinking of leaving here. Because it isn't a fringe, it isn't a marginal bloc here, it's the secular heart of the country. It's the high-tech engineers and the researchers and the medical staff and the academics, the younger families, the global middle class that pays the taxes, keeps the institutions functioning and carries the cultural and professional bandwidth that makes a state feel like a state. When that group begins to drift, the consequences run deeper than just numbers on a graph.